Get ready for the morning rush.
A quick wrap of your news and weather. We'll start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Spring storm moves in today. It'll bring with it some gusty winds out across the eastern side of the state, but rain and snow favoring northern and western areas. Southern Colorado actually looks to see the best accumulation of about 4 to 6 inches possible, locally higher. But Albuquerque, warm enough temperatures to keep this mostly rain. Continues to push east overnight into tomorrow morning. A few leftover showers over the northeastern plains. Crystal?
As you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories, and we'll start with Catherine Mazzone. Catherine?
Happening today, the U.S. House could vote on the GOP's new health care plan. The House Rules Committee adjourned without a timeline. And according to CBS News, Republican leaders can't afford to lose more than 22 votes. That's with no Democratic support. Representative Michelle Lujan Grisham says she's against the plan, but the state's Republican rep says he's not sold either. While he agrees Obamacare should be repealed and replaced, Representative Steve Pierce says he's not happy with the current plan. One of the changes, it would bring no more tax penalties for not having health insurance. Crystal?
Developing this morning, some lawmakers now calling for a special congressional committee to step in and investigate the alleged Russian interference in the U.S. election. This comes after the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee chose to share possible evidence to the White House and public before the committee. The chairman says some Trump transition communications may have been scooped up by American intelligence officials. Sarah?
This morning, the San Juan County Detention Center is banned from detaining inmates after on behalf of federal authorities after their scheduled release date based on their immigration status. Now, that's according to the Santa Fe New Mexican. This comes after a federal judge gave his preliminary stamp of approval to a class action lawsuit settlement on behalf of a New Mexican woman who was serving 8 days in a county jail after being held on an ICE detainer when she was supposed to get out. The New Mexican reports jail officials can only hand over an inmate if federal agents have an arrest warrant signed by a judge. Adam?
Today, flags are scheduled to be flown at half-staff from sunrise to sunset in honor of one of the 3 airmen killed in a plane crash last week. Governor Susana Martinez issued an executive order dedicated to 26-year-old First Lieutenant Frederick Delacour. He and 2 others were killed during a training exercise at Cannon Air Force Base. They're set to be honored with flags at half-staff on Saturday.
Happening today, an Albuquerque man accused of shooting his girlfriend in the stomach is expected back in court. 38-year-old Kevin Smith is set to go before a judge for a detention hearing. Police say Smith was arguing with his girlfriend last week as she was leaving to do laundry. When police arrived, bystanders were helping the woman apply pressure to a gunshot wound as she was lying next to her car.
Developing this morning, family and friends are mourning the loss of a police officer and 3 others killed in Rothschild, Wisconsin. Police say those shootings happened across 3 locations. The names have not been released, but we do know one suspect is in custody. The investigation is underway.
A Dallas County sergeant facing 21 felony counts this morning, ranging from Medicaid fraud to falsifying documents and perjury. The Sheriff's Department has launched an internal investigation into Sergeant Ricky Romero. Romero allegedly received payments from Medicaid for caring for an elderly neighbor, while at the same time he was billing the sheriff's office for work.
A man accused of gunning down a Navajo Nation police officer will stay behind bars. A judge ordered Kirby Cleveland held pending a trial. Cleveland is charged with killing Officer Houston Largo last week following what police say was a drinking binge and domestic violence incident at Cleveland's home in Pruitt, New Mexico. Cleveland has yet to enter a plea.
Tonight, Albuquerque's community policing councils are scheduled to hold the last meeting of this round with APD to discuss the department's progress toward reforming under the DOJ. It will address key issues the U.S. Department of Justice identified as problem areas for APD, primarily involving the use of deadly force. The meeting is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock.
And new details, a lawsuit's underway from a family suing Chavez County after an inmate died in jail. The lawsuit claims Hector Interiano was deprived of food, water, and medical care for 2 days after he was booked in 2015. It also says the staff knew he had taken drugs, but they did not bring in a doctor or give him his prescribed medication. He died of a dehydration and a meth overdose.
A group of homeless campers will likely be looking for a new place to stay today. The city was out cleaning up under the I-25 overpass at Lead yesterday. People in that area say they're frustrated these types of homeless camps keep popping up. The city spokesperson told us they don't condone the camps, but will give people living there anywhere from 3 to 10 days notice to clear out. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 7. We have very strong winds expected here in the metro out of the southwest, about 15 up to 30, gusts closer to 45. Some spot showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon and cooler temperatures as we only look to see those low 60s later on today. Adam?
Happening today, the city is holding another Art Beat on the Street event focused on helping to support local businesses near ART construction. That event's scheduled to be held at 5 Star Burgers on Central from 6 to 7 tonight, and music will be provided by a local band.
Next month, Santa Fe will start tracking its trash. The city has agreed to use software from the Rubicon Global at Atlanta tech company that deals with sustainability issues. Smartphones with Rubicon's program installed on it will be put on garbage and recycling trucks. The city says there will be no cost to taxpayers for the 6-month pilot program.
Also happening this morning, filming will likely continue for a new TV series about the woman known as the fastest nun in the West. Albuquerque's St. Hood Productions says the project at the end of the Santa Fe Trail is filming in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Chama. It's about Sister Blandina Segale, who once challenged Billy the Kid and opened hospitals and schools right here in New Mexico.
The National Park Service expects Washington's famous cherry trees to reach peak bloom this weekend despite a recent cold snap. Officials said last week half of the blossoms died because of the frigid weather. The trees are a major tourist attraction. At least 1.5 million flower fans turn out for the National Cherry Blossom Festival each year. Taking you now to the traffic map. Pretty smooth for your Thursday morning commute. Nothing significant out there. Everything moving at posted speeds on both interstates and major surface streets.
Football fans, listen up. You could be seeing less ads when watching games this next season. The NFL wants to speed up the game amid falling viewership. The goal is to cut down on commercial breaks and reduce downtime for fans. Team owner is set to meet next week.
All right, if you'd like to start your morning with Starbucks Run, get ready for a new edition, and it has nothing to do with coffee. Starbucks is now selling an organic avocado spread for bagels. It's made with sea salt, onion, garlic, jalapeno pepper, and lime. And from the looks of social media, what people are talking about this morning, it's already a hit.
Anything with avocado sounds delicious. Okay, one lion cub safe and sound this morning at a zoo after a bizarre discovery. Custom officials found the little guy as they performed checks on a vehicle in Ukraine. Border guards detected the cub in a bag hidden among cages of parrots during a baggage inspection. It's unclear why they had the animals, but the 1-month-old lion cub was taken to the Odessa Zoo.
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
Start with number 5 now. The biopark is about to welcome a new baby. Rosie the elephant is pregnant again. She's given birth twice before at the Albuquerque Zoo. The biopark also just welcomed a new tiger from the Jacksonville Zoo and expects to have its new penguin exhibit up and running by next year.
Number 4, starting on Monday, ART construction is scheduled to begin on sidewalks along a stretch of Central. But some Nob Hill business owners are frustrated because ART has already blocked some parking in that area along Central from Carlisle to Stanford across from UNM. Business owners that we spoke with say the no parking cones went up earlier this week, and an ART spokesperson says those cones could stay up as long as 60 days in front of any one business through July.
On to number 3 now. Police say it's safe to use your credit card at gas pumps in the metro this morning. This after the credit card information of at least 200 people was compromised in a skimming ring. After a months-long investigation, APD has ID'd a total of 6 suspects with ties to Cuba. They do have warrants out for 3 of them. Police believe the suspects removed the skimming devices before they skipped town.
At number 2, looking at scattered rain and high mountain snow over northern and western New Mexico today. Very strong winds and high fire danger over central and eastern areas. Albuquerque with a few spot showers possible and even a few thunderstorms in the mix too, but everybody feeling cooler temperatures, only in the low 60s across the Rio Grande Valley.
And number 1 new this morning, President Trump is speaking out on Twitter. He did that just about an hour ago, urging Americans to call their representatives about his plan to overhaul Obamacare. This morning, lawmakers opposed to the Republican plan are set to meet again at the White House for more negotiations. It's still unclear if a vote on that bill scheduled for tonight will actually happen. Overnight, a House committee adjourned without a timeline. At least 31 House Republicans say they're going to oppose that bill. House leaders can only afford to lose 22 votes from their own party to keep that bill alive. We'll keep you posted on what happens today on air and online.
So we've been talking all morning about National Puppy Day. Well, coming up on Fox New Mexico, we're going to help you. If you decide to go adopt a pup today, we're going to help you decide on who's the right one for you and when's the right time.
All coming up on Fox New Mexico after the break. Stay with us.